Well, the day has come where I cannot keep ignoring the fact that my wardrobe, my clothes in general, need a full-on decluttering. The task at hand today is, let's say, challenging, to say the least. I have been procrastinating on this for way too long, longer than I would like to admit, admittedly. But better late than never, they say, right? So here we are, in front of my disastrous, terrific, scary wardrobe. This is scary, okay? No Saw, no Friday the 13th, no taxes. This is scary. You know, things are creeping through. I think that's a good indicator that this must be addressed at once. Because of this, I have postponed my seasonal wardrobe change. Some of my winter clothes are still tucked away somewhere, under my bed, somewhere, hidden from sight. I've been trying not to get there, but at the same time wanting to, because I just have nowhere to put them. I'm already struggling to close the wardrobe and the drawers with the summer clothes. I don't want to know how it's gonna be once all my winter clothes are out. And that's my problem at the moment. I have tried to get myself somewhat inspired to do this by doing some, you could call it research. I just finished, a couple days ago, I finished reading The Afro-Minimalist's Guide to Living with Less by Christine Platt. And let me tell you, this was an eye-opener. Not so much in the sense of how to get this tackled, but more so to understand why this happens, why we tend to hoard things that don't serve us any purpose anymore at this point in life, but maybe they have a sentimental meaning. And that, for me, to be honest, has been the main issue when it comes to getting rid of, especially clothes. Hey, baby. Hi. Say hello. Say hello.
What the fuck do you want? What is it?
Are you gonna help me? Are you gonna be my assistant?
Hold on.
No? Okay.
Wait a minute.
Alright, what was I saying? Right, the reason why we hoard things. I wouldn't say I am personally myself a hoarder in any other sense, not even with the clothes. My problem is I have a lot of things that deep down I know they don't serve me anymore. I'm not gonna wear them. They don't define me as a person anymore, who I am, my personality to this day. I thought, okay, I'm gonna try to be brutally honest with myself and get rid of things, because at this point, I cannot even buy things that serve me and that define me as I am nowadays, because I don't have any space to put them. Not to say this is not to make space for more hoarding. This is to really get honest with myself and try to really get rid of, or let go, as Christine Platt likes to say. Apparently, terminology matters. Of course, some years ago, I also fell into the Marie Kondo little trap. Maybe I wouldn't call it a trap, because it was actually useful. I did learn a lot from that as well, in terms of organizing clothes and getting rid of them. But the book Christine Platt has put out there is more so to understand why we do this. For me, it was an eye-opener. I totally recommend, if you plan on doing this, let this video be, first of all, the sign that you also need to do this, because I'm sure you do. Most of us do, and most of us somehow avoid doing it. Let this be your inspiration. And if you want to check Platt's book, then please go for it. It's pretty short, it's quick, and it's very useful. I definitely took a lot of insight from it. Without further ado, I got myself into this comfy outfit again, because there's already going to be enough discomfort in this day. And I'm hoping I'm gonna be a lot more honest with myself this time, because last time I did this, it wasn't even that long ago. It was maybe beginning of 2024, something like that. Barely got rid of anything at all. I completely turned everything upside down. I took everything out of my wardrobes. I made a mountain pile of clothes, which I don't know if that's gonna happen today, but we will see. We will see. We will see. I'm not sure exactly how I want to approach this, but I think I'm gonna do it in a more calm, organized way. Rather than taking everything out at once, I'm gonna try to make it as organized as possible, just because normally when I do that, speaking from past experiences, I tend to get overwhelmed after 2 hours. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to deal with all of this today. It's like 12:22 p.m. and days long, but not so long. Not so long. And I really need to do some internal work for this, like mind work with myself for this. And that's gonna take time, and I'm seeing my cat get distracted by birds passing by the window, and she's the cutest freaking thing ever. So I'm going to proceed to show you one of the main problematic spots. If this isn't trust, I don't know what is. So you're welcome. This is scary. This is very scary. It needs help. I need help. I'm scared already. So this is what we're dealing with. at the moment. It's not everything clothes, clearly. It's all sorts of things. There's towels, there are sheets, bed sheets. The bottom of this is full of shoes as well that I should go through. There are many of them that I have not taken in a long time out of here, mainly because it's difficult, and secondly because I just don't wear everything that I own. I'm already having regrets. I am already tired and I haven't even started. Like I said, I have some other things here. I also have like gym clothes as well, like gym tops. I have many. I'm also gonna go through those, but probably those are not even the issue because I have purchased a lot of them recently, so I think I'm keeping most of that because it's new stuff. Normally my towels go back there, but it's so packed with things that I just couldn't even reach that part anymore. There's some kitchen clothes, some laundry bags. I have 2 blouses for my Dirndl, for my Bavarian Dirndl. These I'm keeping. They're really expensive. I'm not throwing these away. I'm also taking these out just to go through them, at least organize them if I don't get rid of them. I don't even know what this is. This is the traditional Bavarian costume for women. I just bought this, so I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. You see, this is how it goes. This is how it starts. Me not wanting to get rid of things. Oh, there's more tops. Awesome. Great. More working out tops. Like there were not enough. I forgot I even had this there. You see? A pullover that was buried by the towels. So I have managed to organize this a little bit. I still have the top section.
This is not the challenging part of this decluttering. It's what comes after that is really challenging. I have so many workout clothes, it's insane. I have a problem. Okay, I think we found the first contender to get rid of. This looks tiny as
I don't love the fact that I have to put it in front of other stuff that I'm gonna be picking up, but I don't have anywhere else to put it, and for now I'm leaving them there. At least everything's organized, nothing's out of place, everything has its own little pile.
As for the blouses, I am planning on putting them there where I can hang them. But for that we need some hanging space. And at the moment, there is literally nothing. There is zero hanging space.
Our first bag of clothes. Hopefully we can fill more than one. So moving on to the actually tricky part, I'm just gonna start taking some of the things out. One by one. First of all, what the f***? And second of all, what the f***? It doesn't look as bad as it feels, I promise to you, but all of this side here needs really a lot of revisiting and some of this as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Where do I start? You know, actually, Christine Platt had a really good point in her book. And the reason why we tend not to want to give up on some of our things, or most of our things for the matter. In my case, I've done a lot of decluttering through the years because I've moved a couple times here and there, moved countries. So I did get rid of really a lot of things stayed behind. Not to say I did not bring with me some things that I have not used ever since either. And her point was actually that we tend to cling onto things because it reflects kind of the mentality of our parents and our parents' parents and what they were taught and how they reacted to scarcity. In my case, I come from a Romanian family. As you can imagine, it's a country that doesn't have a lot. It does struggle with poverty even to this day. This was definitely reflected in my upbringing as well, with food, with clothes, with everything. Everything had a second use or a third use or a fourth use. Anything that is not edible, everything that was, we had to finish the very last crumb. And that's just because of the generational kind of trauma of living with less, living with scarcity. Not only because of this mentality that we grew up with, we tend to have trouble getting rid of things because we always have the feeling that we're gonna need it at some point and we can give it more usage. And that's also what I feel like my case was, and I never really thought about it that way. And I have to kind of consciously tell myself now, look, this is not the case anymore. I'm not ready rich by any means, but I can afford buying clothes that will serve me better and not clinging on the ones that I just don't wear anymore. And I'm always thinking like, oh, if I make this combination with this and this, then I will definitely be able to wear it. But I never do that. I still go for the things that represent me better nowadays, that President Diana has chosen, and not the things that I was stuck with. Not to say these things are going to the trash can just because I can buy new ones now. I'm gonna be donating them or like giving them to other friends to check and see if they like something, and maybe they can wear it. But if they don't serve me, they just take my space, and it affects us mentally to some extent. Being surrounded by things that just don't make you happy anymore. They don't bring this spark in you, like Marie Kondo would say. After this chitty chatter, let's go back to this situation here. I'm thinking I'm gonna take per portions. Like the way I organized this was mostly like home stuff, cardigans in general, but I don't wear them anymore so much, most of them. Some jackets here that I also don't really wear very much because the ones I wear are by the door, hanging there. I also have some blazers. I have some shirts, dresses, skirts, and some more onesies or more dresses that are more wintry. So this is the main organization here. So what we're gonna try to do is tackle section by section, because I feel like if I take everything out at once, like I used to do in the past, it's gonna be really chaotic. I'm gonna get overwhelmed, and I'm just gonna want to organize and put everything back in. So I'm just gonna stop and ask myself, would I wear this again? Does this make me happy? Does this represent who I am to this day? Another question, what the heck is this? I put this so long ago, and I've never used it. So what should we tackle first? I would say let's go from this side to this side. Or should we go from the jackets? I don't know. Let's start with the dresses, just because we have those there. We're not giving this up. It's so cute. It's so fluffy. I love it. It's definitely staying. Let's take all the winter stuff as well out. More winter dresses. More winter dresses. Winter dresses. More winter dresses. Oh, okay, I have a lot. More winter dresses. Okay. I think that's enough for now. As for like winter cold weather, this is definitely not cold weather. Problem is, I love all my dresses. You see, this is starting. I hate it. I hate myself. No, we don't talk like this to ourselves. I think this is it. This is what we're working with. I have an entire other bag here. Sorry, box. Because a friend of mine did also herself some decluttering, and she gave this to me, but I really need to sort it out. So that's gonna be also added to the list.
In a world where closet space is a myth, one woman stands against reason. She knew it didn't fit. She knew she would never wear it. From the acclaimed mind behind This Dress Has Potential, coming soon, Diana gaslights herself for 5 minutes straight. The final fabric temptation, a story of delusion, drama, and dubious decisions.
So being quite honest, I haven't worn this dress in ages. And this is the one that I would say to myself, sure, I could still combine it in this or this way. Do I see myself wearing this? I don't think so. I do not think so. Do I think so? I don't think so. No, I don't. I could imagine, wearing this with a belt, something like that, but it does not flatter me at this point, I believe. This dress I have not worn very much whatsoever. I bought it many years ago. It's passed through the years and through the many decluttering sessions that I've done, because it has potential. I can see this, but somehow I still don't wear it so much. It's not one of the clothes that I go to, but I see it, I look at it, and it doesn't scream at me. Hell no! It screams a maybe. To the no, here to the no. But it just doesn't come to my mind when I think about what should I wear. So what I did is I bought another bag for the maybes. Christina actually also mentioned this in her book. If you're not so ready to commit to getting rid of something, what she recommends is putting everything in a bag or in a box and put it away for maybe a month, 2 months tops. If you don't miss it, or if you don't feel like wearing it in that time, then it's simply ready to go. So I think this one is going into the maybe bag. I don't have enough space in my apartment to keep it for 2 months. So the next month, let's say, I will keep it here and see if I feel like wearing it. If not, it's going out. So I think we have some of the sure winners for the winter dresses. I'm not gonna put them back just yet. I'm just gonna put them here. So, oops. And I'm gonna move on to the rest of the dresses. I already have a couple here. As you can see, I did commit to some of them into the maybe bag. I didn't put any dresses into the donate bag. I need to revisit them. I feel like I need to put them on once and see how I feel, all of that jazz. But first glance, first sensation, nah, haven't worn them in a long time. Haven't vibed with them in a while, so I think it's safe to put them in a maybe state. Maybe reconsider at a later time. So that is that. So we're moving on to some other dresses, mostly summer ones. I would say this. Oops! I have so many. They just get stuck between each other in there. It's not good. I love this dress so much. Funnily enough, I've never worn this dress yet as of this date, and I bought it, I guess, 2-3 years ago. It's just too fancy, and I keep waiting for the moment for this to be relevant in my life, but I would love to. I just didn't find the time and the space for it to be appropriate. Pity, but I want to keep it because it's just too nice. I love it. Amazing quality as well. It's a Shein dress, but it's, I don't know, it's incredible. Amazing. Oops, this is a onesie. It's not a dress, but it's fine. I guess you could say I have a very interesting style of fashion. Everything that I own is, every single piece of clothing I feel is very different to one another. I don't know what that says about me. I just like to be versatile, I guess. This is a dress that I fixed in one of my previous videos. I think my first weekend vlog that I did. I fixed this strap. Go check it out. It's very funny. I did not make it funny on purpose. I was truly struggling. So if you haven't seen that yet, you're missing out. You're missing out on a good laugh. So after you finish watching this video, because you're staying with me, I need your support for this. Listen, if it weren't for you being here, I would probably be keeping a lot of the things that I'm getting rid of. So I feel like this helps get me some accountability somehow without, you know, nobody actually being here. But I feel like I owe it to myself, especially because I'm putting it out there and I want to be honest and I want to inspire people to really get rid of things that are not serving them anymore, and to myself as well. This one, for instance, this dress, this summer dress, was one of my favorites for ages. I got this one when I was like maybe 15, 16, something like that. And I used to love this dress. I think it's beautiful. It has this little kind of cape here, but it's actually short. It's perfect for the summer, but I need to get rid of it at this point. It somehow got stretched in areas that are very suspicious. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. This is going to the trash because there's nothing I can do for it anymore. But it served me well, and I'm thankful for the time that this dress made me really happy, but I haven't worn it in a very long time because of these little things that are not so little anymore, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, next. I'm doing skirts next and onesies as well. I think it's safe to start putting back the dresses. How is it possible for me to still have things with the freaking labels on them? I've owned this for I don't even know how long. The thing is, this one I didn't even ever buy. I think somebody also gave it to me. That's the thing about things you don't choose. You tend not to gravitate towards them. So should I keep this or should I not keep this?
Honestly,
I have a dilemma with green things because lately I've been having an obsession like with green clothing or like green things, accessories. We all know that ginger and green go quite well, so
I'm trying to optimize the color palette that I tend to work with, let's say. But actually, this is a cute skirt. I don't even know why I have not worn this ever. I'm gonna give it a chance. I think I've been really strict so far, so I can allow myself the chance. The thing is, when you have so many things and I can barely access everything or see everything, I don't even know that I have certain things, and that's the issue here, because I don't see them, so I don't use them because I don't see them. I don't remember that they are there, but I tend to only remember the things that I buy recently for some reason, or the things that I've worn a long time ago very much. I totally forget about these kind of things, so pity, really a pity. And then I have this yellow skirt that I also haven't worn in a while. I did wear this one 2-3 times, but bless me, I wore it like 2-3 times tops. On the one hand, I like it. It's edgy because it's yellow. It tends not to be the most flattering color for me. It kind of washes me out, so I kind of avoid the yellow color at all costs in all senses. So yeah, I think this one is going either to the maybe or to the donate bag. I'm gonna donate this. I'm gonna be honest with myself. We're here to be brutally honest, right? Right, we are. Only the cat means that all of my black clothes have very evidently so cat hairs in them. You know, it is what it is. I have to love you. You're the culprit of this. You know that, right?
Lord have mercy.
I have to say I didn't get rid of so many skirts, but fair enough. I use them quite often, and they are all very different, and they are all for different purposes, and I do use them, so it pains me to see they take such a big amount of space in here, but I think we've cut down quite a lot from what it was before, just in this section. We're moving on to shirts now. And the shirts is something interesting because I have a lot, and the thing is, I never feel like I have enough shirts for the office, so I always am hesitant to get rid of any shirts at all. Okay, there's more than shorts in this mixture, but we're gonna sort them out anyway because they have no other category that they belong to. They're kind of singles on here. Do you mind? I'm trying to use your cat bed as a tripod. Yeah, you're making this not easy for me. Do you have anything to say for yourself? No? Okay. I have 2 different green shirts that look extremely similar, and I always struggle. I think this is darker, but this is a bit brighter. But like the difference is so minimal, you have no idea. I mean, I can't keep both, right? What's best, bright or dark? Bright or dark? Bright or dark? I don't know. I hate to make decisions like this. Okay, I think I'm sticking to the dark one just because it's much closer to my size. For some reason, this is a 36. Europe size 36, and I think this is a bit too long. I tend to tuck everything in, and if I don't, it will be way too long. And here, it's still long, and I can leave it untucked or tucked because it won't take much in pen space. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're sticking to the dark green. Black shirt, basic, necessary, bit wrinkly, but necessary nonetheless. It's going in with the wrinkles, you already know that.
What do you do?
I do my best.
Now, I also have 2 white shirts, but they also have both different functions. Long sleeve, short sleeve, great for blazers with a shorter sleeve, and also a bit shorter here, so it's easy to tuck in. Same color, different functions. So I am forced to keep in these 2, but just know I'm just being forced. It's not me. It's the rules of fashion, okay? This is a longer shirt, kind of like a dress. Still green, but I would say this is necessary. It's more for the summer or when I go to the pool or something like this and I can have my bikini underneath. I visualize it like that. Not for the office, but it's staying. I have a problem with the color green. I do. It's a sickness. I just realized I have 2 black shirts and I didn't know that I did. Kind of the same situation. I think 2 black and 2 white shirts are fine, right?
I think so.
What does concern me is that I run out of 3 hangers, and that means that I am putting back more things in a faster rate than things are coming out. So we have to get serious about it. It's not like I'm not being serious about it. It's just very difficult. I always struggle with office clothes, so I think it's necessary to keep it like this. I also have this kimono situation that I think is really cute. I've had this for so long and I haven't worn it. I think maybe once. I actually love this. Maybe past Diana was not somebody who'd wear this so much, but I would. I totally would. I don't know why I haven't. This is definitely staying. Okay, fine. I don't have any hangers left, so it's gonna have to wait for a little bit for it to be hanged. But it is coming. It is coming. Let's go to the blazers. Wow. Just wow. I used to wear this so often back in the day. And when I say back in the day is when I was like 17, 18 years old. So 6 years. I wish 6 years ago. Probably around 9 years ago. This was in, you know? But then I'm always thinking, what if it comes back? Trends are cyclical. It might come back and then I will be ready. You know what I mean? Does this make any sense? I don't know. To be honest, I really don't see myself wearing this to this day anymore. I used to wear a lot of military style stuff. I also had like a onesie that I actually also got rid of today because it's just not my vibe anymore. I am a bit more girly nowadays, which there's nothing wrong with it. I still also like to wear like oversized and all of that jazz, but this is just not in my book anymore, let's say. But yeah, I remember this fondly. I had a very good, cool outfits with it. So I remember feeling myself so much when I was wearing this. Thank you, but goodbye. So we made space for the kimono. Black and white blazer, necessary. It's staying. This doesn't go so well with my hair anymore, but you know what? Sacrifices. It's staying. I love this. I bought it last year, I think. I love it. I love it. I love it. I bought this with its respective pants. We will get to the pants later on. Again, full of hairs. Please ignore that. I was surprised to pull this out because I didn't even remember I had it. Why am I not using this? I don't know. This is like a perfectly fine coat. Why? But see, this is because I just couldn't see it. I didn't even know it was there. This proves the point of why this was so necessary. We're keeping this 100%. Might need a little bit of like, you know, cleaning. But other than that, I think it has the right to stay. This jacket I don't really wear in the city ever. I have not worn it in a long time. The only times I've worn this is when I go like to the mountain, or I go hiking in the winter or something like this. How often do I hike in the winter? That's a question. But then when I do, I need a jacket. I don't love it, but it's gonna have to do for now until I get one that I do love that also serves the same purpose. So I think for now it's a temporary yes, but it's not a full-on yes. And I hate to keep a temporary yes here, but it's gonna have to do. I am really not sure how I feel about this. I'm gonna say maybe. We're gonna say maybe. It's going to the maybe bag. Okay, I decided. I need another maybe bag because it's already full, which is a good thing. Because it means that it's not in my wardrobe anymore. If this isn't the cutest nightgown, I don't know. I don't know. But for the most part, I think we did a good job here. I can actually now, you know, I used not to be able to do that. And this is progress. This is progress, okay? So this is rather messy. I don't even know where to start. Again, these are not even all of my shoes. They are the shoes that I don't use so often. The rest I had by the door, by the entrance.
As you can imagine, I don't use this very often. I would love to, but my feet will kill me. I've reached a moment in my life where I prefer comfort over looking very pretty. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? So I'm just gonna take them all out first, and then I'm just gonna evaluate the situation of what I got here. Unfortunately, I don't have like a cellar where I could put, you know, my things. I mentioned this in my studio apartment organization video. The fact of the matter is that I don't know where to put these things other than here. Would I love to use this space for something else? Absolutely, but I don't have a way to do it. I'm just gonna try to be fully honest with myself and really some space at least, or make it in a way that it's at least organized. You know what I mean?
So this is what we're working with. These were all the pairs of shoes that I had in here. I also took the chance to clean everything because it was nasty, as one can imagine. Now it's clean again, and some of these are just so dusty and so dirty, but I'm not gonna even bother to clean them because I think some of them are straight away going out. Like I said, I have not used all these shoes in a long time. I have a lot more back there. Those I don't need to sort out because most of them are either new or I use daily. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. Everything that I don't normally use, I just packed in here, and that's why they were all piled up in a mountain of just nasty shoes. So we're gonna get to fixing this situation here. I don't even know where to start, to be quite honest with you. I have another trusty dusty little yellow bag here that I intend on using. So for instance, this pink boots, Dr. Martin looking, but they are definitely not Dr. Martens. For some reason, I thought I was cool at some point. Yeah, they need to go. Don't plan on wearing them ever again. So thank you, but goodbye. I don't even know what this pair of shoes is. They're full of my cat's hair. They're made of one of these cloth materials that attract every single little hair or dunder or stuff like that. I don't think I've ever worn them. I don't even know where I have them from, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I didn't buy this, but bye. Similar to the pink boots, these are the exact same, just in electrical blue kind of thing. Yeah, they're also kind of used up. Some of the little spreads coming out. Again, same thing. I have not used them in a very, very long time. I don't plan on using them. I don't think so. Goodbye. Same with these ones, also kind of full of hair. I also bought this knickers or whatever you call these. That's my cat, by the way. She's playing with a toy that makes very noisy, as you can see. And she normally decides to play with that toy in the middle of the night for some reason. I don't know, I'm desensitized at this point, but I know it can be annoying, so sorry about that. I cannot bring myself to take her happiness and joy away and make her stop. These shoes need to go. Haven't worn them in many years, and will not wear them in many more, so goodbye. And I think the rest, oh, I love these boots. They're a bit crusty at this point. I've worn them a lot in the recent years, but unfortunately, this gaping hole happened. There's just nothing else I can do. I love them, to be honest. I would wear them again. They are so stylish. We'll probably buy something similar again to replace them.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
So is this really decluttering? I don't know. It's just the universe told me that it was time for them to go. And they are going. The only other two pairs of shoes that I am considering taking out as well are these two, but then I'm thinking I don't have any brown boots other than these two, I mean. And I think these two are quite basic, I would say. This kind of heel is not so much in at the moment, but I don't think they're terrible. Sue me. They might make a comeback very soon, to be honest. But not even using that reasoning, I think I'm keeping them.
You are made of stupid.
I don't know. They're gonna be mentally in the maybe basket. I'm gonna leave them in for now. The rest is staying. I believe. I'm not gonna show you everything in detail one by one because this video then could last 2 hours. And I don't want that, you don't want that, nobody wants that. I'm just gonna organize everything back in here, see how we do with the space, okay? Okay. It's not very aesthetic and I had to play a little bit of Tetris with them, but eventually I fit them all in. This is as good as it gets. To be honest, it is an improvement because I don't know how much you could see before I took them all out. They were all piled up on top of each other. I could not see anything. I could not reach the pairs of each of them. I didn't even know where they were. So I think all in all, this is an improvement. I think we can consider it an improvement. With that being said, are we done here? I think we are. And it's 4:30 now. Yeah, we still have to tackle the dresser. So let's move there. My dresser is the other one very problematic area when it comes to clothes. What we just saw was nothing. I hope I didn't burn myself. I just realized there's a candle there. I forgot. The dresser area for me is very scary because there is really a lot and I need a lot of the things that are here. But when it comes to pullovers, there is a lot of room for improvement here. I have a lot of very old sweaters that I don't wear anymore. I know I will never wear again. Let's see what we find. The first drawer of the dresser is quite scary.
This is fine.
Yeah. Also messy, scary and messy. Maybe scary because it's messy. Everything's the same to me. Call it what you will. I think what I have to do here is truly take everything out and just start sorting through everything, I suppose. There are a lot of things that don't make me happy anymore in this drawer, and I know they don't. They know they don't. We'll know. It's no secret. Nice and empty. I cannot say I've seen this in a while. What are you doing here? This is a tragic case because I love this sweater. It doesn't look like a lot when it's not on you, but I got to wear it only once, loved it, washed it, and I completely ruined it. The white bits, now they're gray. So I'm so sad. Okay, I have a problem. It looks like it's organized, but I just realized I had 2-3 more pullovers that do not fit in here, and that is problematic because what I want is for everything to fit in here, because otherwise it's gonna get messy again in a week, first of all, and second of all, it means I'm not doing enough of a good job to get rid of things. Boy, I just love these things, so yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of them. I thought there was more. I thought there was more to get rid of here. I did get rid of some things. I did let go of some things. It definitely sounds nicer. This is a new maybe bag. We already filled one up. And this is the donate bag. Plus a box with the shoes that we already got rid of as well. So far this is the progress. I'm gonna try to reorganize this a little bit.
So these are my normal kind of sweaters for the office or to dress up or just like more casual ones, but still normal sweaters. And all of these are sporty ones that I would use to go to the gym, for instance, all the good stuff. Now there's a problem, and that is that I still have this to deal with. And as you can see, there is really no more space and it must all go in here. I'm going to try to flatten it out. There's 3 here, so 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I don't like that idea, to be honest, at all, because that means I have to move those whenever I want to use anything. But I guess that's what's happening. Like I said, I really did do some introspection, and I do use most of these, if not all of them, quite often. So yeah, we're doing a good job nonetheless. Okay? Okay. Now, is it ideal? Not really. Not really. No, I don't love it, but just a small adjustment and ta-da!
In my defense, I will say, normally I could not fit all of those pulleys in there. Some of them were over there, and that's why they were like out there living life and not here where they were supposed to be. I'm happy that now all of my pullovers are in here and now I can find everything where it's supposed to be. Again, it's not super ideal because you can open it, but certainly is at its full capacity, and I still don't love that. I have to move everything if I want to get something from underneath, which I will definitely have to. But still, I am happy that I made progress because these 3, first of all, they're thick babies. They did not fit in here, like I said. So for me, this is progress. This is progress. Just have to do, a little bit of a tuck it in. And there you go. The pants. This is a lot and this is traumatic. So I'm gonna proceed to take everything out as well, just like I did with the sweaters and the pullovers, and I'm gonna start sorting through them. This made me realize I have way more pants than I thought. I knew I had a lot, and that's why I knew this was a problematic area, because I also always struggle closing this drawer. At least I can fit most of my pants in here normally, but it's still to the limit. I would say it truly is one of my favorite garments. Pants. I think pants can make or break an outfit. No matter what kind of top you're wearing, you can really change the look with the kind of pants you choose. So I tend to have and go for a big variety of them, as you can see. Too much of a variety. Honestly, once we're done with this, we're done with almost everything. Love these, by the way. So classy, so elegant, so out there, so eclectic. You know, I realized lately that actually my style has changed a lot, not only in fashion, but in general, in the things that I like and I enjoy. Like, even interior decoration. I used to be such a minimalist. I used to be the kind of person who loves black wood. What was that? White wood, that's it. Loved the Scandi look of interior design, and I still do to some extent. I mean, my apartment looks pretty Scandi. That's what I was going for when I first started doing my entire apartment, like decorating and everything. But still, somehow, I have the impression that I changed so much. Now I go for the eclectic style, vintage, really vintage. I want to change so many things in my apartment. I will, actually. It speaks to me more, like having this very, how would I say, personalized style in your environment, and the way you dress, the way you look, the way your apartment looks, all of that. I feel like it's such a breath of fresh air, the fact that we don't all look the same. Like, you can look at somebody's apartment and think, oh, this person's personality is very specific and this is what it is like. If we would all go for minimalism and Scandi style, which is pretty minimalist as it is, then what does it say about us? I mean, sure, it does say something about you, but it's just not personal. It's just not, I don't know, in my opinion. I don't think it is very personal. Probably doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Or in fashion, we're talking about clothes today. Me personally, I've always been quite the out there person. I've gone through quite a bit of colors in my hair. I would say I was pretty out there, but at the same time, I was always trying to fit in. So it was kind of a bit of a mixture. Otherwise, why do you think I would have ended up with these kind of pants? Honestly, I have questions for myself. Now that we're in the topic, bye! What about ripped skinny jeans? Do we have an opinion on that? I don't think we do. getting rid of 3 different pairs of jeans, both because, you know, and also because I don't even fit in them anymore. Anyway, sad story. We have officially filled up the donate bag as well. And we're gonna need one more. I had a thing for this, alright? Clearly. Goodbye. Also, probably I don't fit in them anymore either. You might think, Diana, this and this are basically the same. They're very similar. Yes and no. This is office approved. This is not very much so. Slight differences, but very important. A lot of black pants. A lot. I'm not giving any of them up though. Sorry, not sorry. This is by far the piece of clothing that hurts me the most. Do you remember that purple blazer, lilac, whatever this color is called? Right. Well, this is the pant that goes with it. I bought this entire suit. I got to wear it once. The pant, that is. The blazer I can still wear. I cannot wear the full thing anymore because was very lucky not. And I did a huge clothes shopping right before I gained 7 kilos. I was pretty underweight. Not like a dangerous kind of underweight, but until I was 25. Actually, no, shut up. That was 2 years ago. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It was just very inconvenient because I had just bought all of these clothes. Many of them I didn't even get to wear once. This one I just hang on to because I love these pants. I love that suit. And sadly, I just cannot wear them. I just tried them again just in case a miracle happened. Spoiler alert, it didn't. I have to come to terms with the fact that I cannot keep them in there 2 more years, hoping for a miracle that's not gonna happen. I hope somebody gets really happy about them. The tragic story of my purple suit. So I would say we did it, people. I think this drawer, the pants drawer, was quite a success. We have a bit of a mixture, didn't organize very much, but like some leathery stuff. The jeans I put close to the edge because I use them very often. Some sweatpants. A lot of black pants, as you can see, of all sorts. I just put all the black ones there. Well, plus this one, but this was the leather one, I guess. I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, and this one as well. But this is because these are like more fancy pants, so to say. All my beige pants, mostly office stuff. Some more, some less. White pants that, honestly, how do people wear white pants without everything being visible to everybody? How? Because they are really thin. They're like dressing pants, and I haven't figured out exactly how that is that people do it. I'm really happy with how this drawer came out. And these two were, quite frankly, my most dreaded ones. So now we move on to... This one doesn't... You see? Doesn't even open. Brace yourselves. So, same procedure here. I just realized there is another bag of winter clothes underneath my bed. I'm not gonna lose it. We will tackle that. Let's just figure this one out and then we can worry about that. Okay. These are mostly tops, things that I could wear in between seasons, fall, spring, also a lot of summer stuff. So let's take a look. You thought we were done? Yeah. I am exhausted. I thought I was almost done. No. But it's okay. It's all for the good of making life more simple. It already feels so good to have all of these and that part there, the wardrobe. I know there are still a lot of things and it still looks very packed because it is. Still, it feels so good. I'm not gonna show you because there's a big mess behind the camera. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. So I don't feel bad. So I don't feel so terrible. Hi. So I brought the bag that contains all of my winter stuff and I thought, look, if I'm gonna do the wardrobe, I'm not gonna put back all the summer clothes in here that I'm not gonna use, so I might just as well exchange some stuff, right? I think it makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. think we've done it. I did open that as well, and I did everything simultaneously since this was a summer drawer for the most part. I did leave some summer stuff that I can also use in the winter, but a lot of them I put them there, and I also kind of let go of a few of them as well. It looks quite chaotic at first sight, but I promise in the mess there's order. Here there are like some long sleeved ones, thicker, also thinner. So these are like in between fall, spring. You can also use them in the winter with an appropriate jacket or coat. Some short sleeves for the gym, workout clothes kind of. And then here begins the rest of the short sleeves or t-shirts, some more fancy than others. There's a big variety of things. All in all, I think it still looks way better than I think looked before. We're done.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
I still have one more drawer here, but here I have mostly nightwear. This is pretty organized because there's not as much. So I'm just not gonna bother with this today. I think we did a lot. I'm exhausted. I started filming in the early afternoon and it's already 7:30.
As you can see, the before and after is quite significant. It just looks more tidy, more put together, especially in the closet area, more free overall, which just gives one a peace of mind that it was very, very much needed and that I finally now have.
It's safe to say I did a good job. We did a good job. Thank you for being here with me, making me company in this very traumatic task. I am really happy we got rid of, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. We did a very decent job. I do plan on making this kind of a series. I want to declutter all of my makeup and more painfully so books. Painful because I thrive on collecting books. Let me know if you would like to see more of this. I would be happy to comply. I feel like it also helps me be very productive in this sense because I'm kind of documenting the process and it gives some sort of accountability for me. It's painful to see all of these clothes go, but at the same time, look, I'm sure there will be somebody out there who will find joy in these pieces of clothing that frankly, they don't make me happy. They don't match my style anymore and they're just gathering dust. So with that, I'm gonna call it a day and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.